There is no such thing as destiny. There are only choices. Your life is going to be accumulation of small and big choices that you have made along the way. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then we have circumstances that come about. But 90% of what your life is made of is going to be dictated by the choices that you make. Left or right, up or down, stay or go, react, don't react, speak or silence. Choices. Your choices dictate where you are in your life. You're always in the momentum of something in your life, regardless. The choices that you make will dictate how that something affects you, or if it affects you at all. Right now, the entire world is in a different momentum right now. Okay? Your choice to remain stuck, to remain in this situation, to remain stagnant, waiting for things to go back to normal, is a choice. You can also choose to create a new momentum. You can choose to create a new life, a new direction. You can plot that course and you can start walking in that direction. That is a choice. Sadly, many people are going to continue to sit there and wait for things to change back, wait for things to go back. And a lot of times, I asked this question before. If you didn't like your life the way it was before the quarantine and everything started, why are you in such a rush to go back to it? Why not use this as an opportunity to make a new choice, to make a new life, to start a new momentum, to start pushing your life in a different direction? The truth is, choice is almost like a superpower. It's our own personal superpower. Because what you choose to focus on is what you're going to get. If you choose to focus on complaining, you choose to focus on your problems, guess what? You get more problems. That's a choice. If you choose to focus on the bright side of things, if you choose to focus on opportunities, if you choose to focus on growth, guess what you'll get? You'll get opportunities and growth. Choice. Stop thinking that your life was handed to you. Even though life hands you stuff, you still have to receive it. You have to reach out and say, okay, I'll take that. That's mine. If you don't like it, don't reach out for it. Reach out for something new. Reach out for something different. Set your gaze on better things. Don't get me wrong, life happens. It does. But you can happen back. You can make a different choice. You can decide, I don't want this. I want better. And then, how do you get it? You start taking actions in that direction. You start moving yourself in that direction. You look at your daily actions and you say, is this action going to get me closer or further away from what I am choosing, from what I want, from what I really want? When you start to live intentionally, when you start to choose intentionally as opposed to just sitting back and accepting what is handed to you, now you are living on your terms. Now, as I always say, you are driving your own bus. Now you start to become a little bit more happy with your life because you are making positive choices, positive decisions, deliberate decisions, intentional decisions, taking yourself in a particular direction and not just blowing with the wind. Choice. Sadly, a lot of people believe in destiny. There's no destiny. There are only choices. Yes, there are circumstances. Yes, life happens. But 90% of what happens to you is not about what happened. It's about how you reacted. And how you react or don't react is a choice. Even if you don't get what you want, you better fight for it. Because at least you'll be able to look yourself in the eye and say, I didn't lay down and take it. You were born to create. You were born to build the life you want. You have that capacity. You have that ability. All you have to do is make the choice to do it. And stop taking the scraps that life throws at you and piecing it together and thinking this is what it's all about. It's not what it's all about. Not for you. It certainly isn't for me. We've all had bad situations. We've all sometimes been dealt a bad hand. All right? But you can make a choice. Change that around. Once again, there's no such thing as destiny. They're choices. What choice are you going to make? What choice are you going to make today that's going to move you in the direction that you want to move in? Because if you didn't like the way your life was before this thing started, and you now go right back to it, that's a choice. You don't have the right to complain about your life if you're making a conscious choice to stay exactly where you are. You don't have a right to do that. You don't like it? Change it. And if you can't change it, then change your perspective about it. But take action, some kind of action, to move yourself in a different direction, in the direction that you want to be in. Right? Even if you don't know what direction, but a lot of times, I told you guys before, a lot of times we don't even know what we want, but we know we don't want this. I was in that situation when I was working as an investment advisor. I knew I didn't want it. I knew I didn't like it. It didn't do anything for me. It didn't bring me that level of satisfaction. I didn't have a certain level of fulfillment doing it. I didn't know what I wanted to do yet, but I knew I didn't want to do that. So I became open to search. You don't just bury yourself in a place that you don't want to be. I opened up my eyes. I opened up my ears. And I made myself open to possibilities. That was a choice. And I look back on it now and I'm so glad I made that choice. Not to sit, not to settle, not to continue to do the life, not to continue to live the life I didn't want to live. And in hindsight, I was 100% correct. Was it easy? Absolutely not. Was it necessary? You better believe it. Nothing that you want in this life, nothing that you truly want that's worth having is going to come easy. All right? The choices you make, even to move yourself away from this life that you don't want, that choice is not going to be easy. The consequences of that choice will not be easy. The overall results of that choice, you will love. Because once again, you will be living on purpose. You will be living intentionally. You will be driving your own bus. And you will be creating the life that you want. Living the life that you want. And that, my friends, is actually priceless. All right? That's all I have for you guys this fantastic Monday morning, guys. Live by choice, not by chance. Live by choice, not by chance. Choose your life. Choose your actions wisely. Move your life in the direction that you want. Create that momentum. Start working on it. It's not instantaneous. Okay? Create the life you want. And you do that by making the proper choices.